Imagine waking up one morning, picking up your phone, and seeing a notification from your bank that $1 billion has been deposited into your account. Sounds amazing, right? But there's a catch. You have exactly 24 hours to spend it all, or you lose it all. Suddenly, that dream starts to become a race against time. Most of us have joked about what we would do if we won the lottery. Buy a new house, pay off your student loans, maybe travel the world. But what if you were just handed so much money that even your wildest dream purchases wouldn't even put a dent in it? I got curious and started researching what experts say about extreme wealth and what it takes to spend that kind of money. And here's what I found. Spending $1 billion in one day sounds fun, but it's nearly impossible once you start to think about it. Especially how big that number is, how money actually moves, and what it takes to purchase or donate money at that level. Today I'm going to cover three things. First, how massive $1 billion actually is. Second, what it would take to spend it all in 24 hours. And finally, what this shows us about wealth and power in today's world. But before we start spending the money, let's wrap our heads around what $1 billion actually looks like. $1 billion is way bigger than most people realize. Did you know that if you made $1 for every second, which is $60 per minute, you could reach $1 million with an M in 12 days? But to reach $1 billion, it would take over 31 years. That's wild. The U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics added that $1 billion would pay the wages of 13,000 average workers. That's like a small city having their salary paid for from just one billionaire's pocket. And if you think about it physically, it gets even crazier. In 2021, the Science Museum of Virginia simulated stacking $1 billion $1 bills on top of each other. And they calculated that it would reach over 68 miles high. That's higher than most commercial airplanes fly. We toss around the word billion around all the time. Billionaires, billion-dollar companies, billion-dollar budgets. But it's easy to forget just how massive that number truly is. Now that we've actually discussed and wrapped our heads around how big this number is, let's dive into what it would take to actually spend that kind of money in one day. Spending $1 billion in one day is nearly impossible. You can't just go into a store and swipe your card for $1 billion. Even if you tried to purchase a few mansions, a super yacht, sports cars, you would get tied up in contracts and insurances and transfer delays. According to a 2023 Forbes magazine article called A Billionaire's Lifestyle, billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk can't just go impulse purchase things like that. Most of their money is tied up in like assets and businesses and stocks. Even giving the money away wouldn't be easy. As CharityNavigator.org noted in 2024, that generous donors even face massive delays. It could take weeks or months sometimes to even process the money because they have to follow the law and actually prove that the money is legitimate. So even if your heart was in the right place, most charities couldn't even accept $1 billion donation in one day. At that point, you would need lawyers and accountants and a serious plan. So if spending this kind of money in one day is practically impossible, what does this tell us about how money actually works for billionaires? This challenge to spend the money shows that everyday money isn't the same as billionaire money. For regular people, money is paying your rent, buying food, or saving for the future. But for billionaires, money isn't about spending, it's about influence. In 2023, the PBS NewsHour had an economist, and he explained that billionaires rarely spend their money. They move it. They buy new companies, fund new tech, or invest in politics. And our fascination with this huge wealth just shows how removed it is from our life. A YouTuber that goes by Mr. Beast had a video called "I Gave Away $1 million." And in the video, he's handing out large sums of money. His videos got millions of views. And this proves that people are not only fascinated by it, but maybe also a little confused about that kind of money. It's entertaining, but it's also a reminder that $1 billion can change an entire community, not just someone's personal lifestyle. Now, let's wrap it all up. So could you spend $1 billion in one day? Honestly, probably not. Once you understand how massive that number is, how slow big transactions are, and how billionaires actually use their money, it's pretty clear that it's impossible, or nearly impossible. So if you ever wake up and you have $1 billion in your account and only 24 hours to spend it, you better start early. Maybe hire a lawyer, a jet broker, and good luck. You're going to need every second of it. For the sources that I used for this speech are Science Museum of Virginia, so exactly how big is a billion, Forbes magazine, A Billionaire Lifestyle, charitynavigator.org, how charities handle large donations, PBS NewsHour, how billionaires think about money, and Mr. Beast's YouTube channel, I Gave Away $1 million.